I'm reading the newspaper. I used to go and read the newspaper with my friends, discuss the current affairs with them. And so basically, like, enjoy the process. Do not take this process as a do not make the process a very tedious one. Do not make it, don't let it get into your, don't let it get into your brains. Don't like just sit and just think if I don't clear the exam, what then? Life is much more ahead of this also. So enjoy the process. And I don't know, I mean, I will speak about UPSC. So UPSC, obviously the prelims, the mains and the interview is there. In the prelims, over the years, they have changed the pattern a lot. When we were writing, that time it was a very analytical type of questions used to come. Like, you have the multiple choice questions in prelims, and questions would be, suppose something which has happened in current affairs, okay. So they used to ask questions like why it has happened. If government has brought out a policy, the questions would be why this kind of a policy. So it used to be very analytical. But over the years now, I think the pattern has again changed a little, and now they are asking a lot of factual questions also. So, but UPSC has always been very unpredictable in the term, in the type of, and somehow I feel that the people who are setting the question papers, they like being unpredictable. So if for 2 years they feel that they are giving analytical type of questions, then the coaching institutes, they will also set their question patterns like that, and then suddenly they'll drop another bomb and they'll completely change the pattern. So you need to be prepared for both. You cannot decide ki, okay, I will study this part, I will study only the factual part, since now they are asking factual questions, and not the analytical part. Don't do that. So you need to know the facts. You need to know the reason behind the facts. You need to apply your mind and be rational. So what UPSC expects from candidates is that, like she said, because after once you become an administrator, once you're in the field, you'll have to make decisions. You cannot just see things in isolation. You need to have a broad view. If I bring in this policy, what will be the impact of it? Why I need to bring this policy? How will it affect the people? So that is post clearing. I mean, when you come into the services. So what UPSC expects from the candidates they select is this thinking. That if you read something, suppose government is bringing some policy, okay, then why this policy? You need to, even if you, obviously the editorials are all about that. You read that in the editorials. They give the rationale and the logic behind some policy. And through, even through discussions. So suppose you're reading something in the newspaper, do not just end it over there. You say like Gradient IS, it is giving you a good platform. So you come here and you discuss with your friends, with the faculty, that why this and why not this, and start questioning. So UPSC expects this. You need to be logical, you need to be rational, and this even follows in the interview process. In the interview, the panelists will, they will throw questions at you. Government ne ye wala policy, don't you think it is wrong? So then you have to say like, yes, why it is wrong or why it is right. So that kind of a thinking, it will come only when you are not just, you need to apply your mind in the preparation phase. You need to prepare yourself in that light. So even in the 4 GS papers that they have, you will not find even like a second where you can lift your pen, or you can say think there and write what like think and write. You have to think and you have to keep writing. It is I think 300 marks, right? 250. GS is 250 in 3 hours. And in that 250, in that 3 hours, your pen cannot stop. And in all the answers, if you read the questions, in just one read, you will not even be able to get the question. They frame the questions like that. So your preparation has to be such that while you're reading the question, all the points that you are planning to write has to just flow into your mind, okay? It has the, and it's not like you'll just point wise, you'll just go and write the points, okay? There needs to be a good introduction, there needs to be a good body, and then there needs to be a good conclusion. Plus your handwriting has to be good, your answer script has to look neat, because the examiner who will be reading your answers, he'll be reading many answer scripts, probably hundreds of answer scripts he'll be reading, and if you want to make it to the, like if you want to clear the exam, then your answer sheet has to stand out. So you have to do something which will attract his attention to read your answer. So for that you can make some diagrams, you can underline all of it. And all of this, you might feel so much in such less time, but there is no other alternative. You have to do it. Okay, so you need to read the newspapers, plus the material which the academy will be providing. Plus there are, I used to hear that the All India Radio, there are talk shows of All India Radio. I don't know now whether it is, whether they have the 9 o'clock. Just a 15-20 minutes ka talk show used to be there, giving all the current affairs, and so that was very good. So just hear it, and I think they used to give very like 5-6 topics and some discussions on it. That was very good of All India Radio, and so yeah, that's